I'm Bryce.
And I'm Beckers.
And we're the CEOs of Corp. And this is our podcast where we come up with the great video game ideas of the future. But first, let's talk about how our last game did.
So last time we talked about Sims Go. Sims Go did unbelievably well at the start there. Our in-app purchases were off the charts and our downloads were record-breaking. However, after a little while, we encountered an unforeseen problem. Our amazing graphical quality led to some confusion between the game and real life. So it led to some unfortunate kidnapping cases, and we didn't come out ahead after the lawsuits shook out there. So hopefully we can come up with another $1 billion idea this week that doesn't land us in quite so much trouble.
Yeah, that was that didn't go so well for us.
Yeah.
But, after that amazing idea, we need to come up with a new one to just survive. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
If you have an idea and want to be an unofficial GameMate Corp intern, tweet your idea using the hashtag GameMate Corp so we can make millions off it right away. But let's come up with our own ideas. And in the spirit of Nintendo's new Labo cardboard experience, we've decided to make all our games this episode have a cardboard peripheral for the game to really get that cash money that we're about. Beckers, why don't you lead us off with a great idea?
Well, I think the first one that would work well with that cardboard peripheral would be a Getting Old simulator.
Okay.
So what comes to mind to me is a cane, like a cardboard Labo cane that you use, and you have to use it all the time to rack up those points because you're supposed to be old, can't walk so great. So that's step one.
Okay.
And after that, other things that come with getting old, probably taking pills because everyone's sick at that age, I assume. And taking pills for your various ailments becomes important. So a way we could incorporate that on like the Switch component would maybe be putting like some kind of schedule there to that. And
okay.
Do you have any other ideas?
Well, I mean, we could definitely sell them cardboard pills to take, and as you've said, they've got various ailments, and I think we need them to have different cardboard pills. We got to sell them the green pills, and like you've got what's an ailment that old people have?
Gout.
Okay, they got they got their gout pills, and then they're playing for a while, getting those high scores. You made it to the grocery store, 10 points, great job. but then
you got that gout flare. But
then you were at the grocery store and you got what's another thing that old people have?
Hypertension.
I got the hypertension. So now you need to go in your real car. Go to the Labo store, the GameMate Corp official Labo store, and pick up your hypertension pills because you cannot proceed in the game unless you get those pills. You're locked out.
It could be a death component.
Yes. Then you got to start all over, and
you got to get old all over.
And those old pills won't work anymore because that was a prescription for a very different person. You're a new.
Yeah, now you're a new person. That's against the law. You can't take someone else's prescription. So now you've got to go get your whole new cardboard pills.
Yes, totally. So basically, this is pill taking simulator.
That's what it's becoming. It sounds like. Yes. Plus a cane. There's a cane.
Yes, you also need the cane. If you don't have the cane on you while taking the pills, they don't count, and you just swallowed cardboard for nothing.
Right. But it is probably good for you. I think it's like fiber.
Yeah.
So, not so bad. Yeah. Do you have any other great ideas?
So, a common thing that the people do, the young people, they go to the bar to date girls and boys and such, as the kids do, and the lollipops and their jello. I'm doing a very bad Bill Cosby.
Somehow it still came through. I swear I understood.
So we're gonna make a video game, like a dating simulator, and you're at the bar and you're talking to your Beckers, and you're a cute girl at the bar talking to the cute boys and stuff, and picking them out and talking to them, and you get to select things to say. We'll even let you type things up, and the game will recognize words and stuff. But you can also select your man and go and talk to girls at the bar and stuff. But it turns out we're going to sell this as a single player experience. But it does turn out that all of the other people are actually other players, and you are actually having a virtual bar experience that you don't know about. And I think we will get great reviews on the realistic dialogue choices.
Wow.
Because they'll want to do a good job, so they can get their best partner person in the video game, but then they'll probably be doing better than they would in an actual bar, because they'll be like, oh, it's just a video game. But if you do succeed, I don't know how you'd, like, how the game would recognize that you succeeded. But then if you do succeed and they're like, yeah, we hit it off good, then, like, you get their contact information.
And then you could take it to real life, and we would be responsible for a beautiful relationship.
Yeah.
I'm sure that would turn out super well.
And then they have to pay us for the marriage in some, I don't know.
Yeah, pay us for the marriage. Maybe it could be like a membership. Like some of those dating websites, like OkCupid. We could do a dating simulator membership, a subscription.
Yeah,
since it's a game.
we need, but we do need, like, I think eventually people will be able, like, when the first person matches, they'll figure it out. Be like, oh, this was actually a real person. But up until that, we do tell people this is a single player experience. Right. And you're just talking to all the cute anime boys, because we'll let everybody create a little anime avatar and stuff.
Perfect.
And such. And it'll have such great experience. Like, we'll have people thinking that we're, like, randomly generating these characters for every playthrough. They'll be like, oh, I got, like, Eric in my playthrough. Eric was a real rude boy, though. I don't like that character, but
did anyone else get Eric? He's such a jerk.
Yeah. Like, no, so everybody gets the unique video game experience, because they all are individual people. It will be a little weird if no one else is online and be like, oh, you got the playthrough where it's an empty bar. That sucks for you. Play again later.
I think that would go over really well once people realize that they were real people the whole time.
I mean, yeah.
I think that'll be a great joke. I think that'll be great for PR.
Yes.
People will love us for that. That'd be great.
So, I mean, I don't know how... Okay, Nintendo Labo. How do we...
How do we incorporate that
into a bar experience? Huh. The only thing I can think of is, like, a beer mug.
Yeah. And being cardboard, you can't put water in it.
I mean... The Nintendo Labo fishing rod isn't actually going to catch any fish. I don't think they actually need to do the thing.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
So they just have to lift their mug every once in a while to... We'll just pop up like, are you still playing? And then they have to, like, pop up the mug to prove that they're still playing.
You're not drunk enough. Conversation's going downhill.
That could actually be cool. If you do it a bunch, then like your words start coming out slurred.
They don't come out the way you type them in. Oh, that would be so good. Stuff starts getting like really misspelled and like all the S's start turning to SH and oh, that would be good.
Be like,
oh, that's perfect mechanic.
Be like, sorry, my like cat knocked over my Nintendo Labo. Is just playing with my cardboard mug and game thinks I'm drinking a lot.
My cat made me seem super drunk.
Yeah, my cat ate my homework. This.
Oh, sometimes it really is your cat's fault.
I'm sure that's what you claim.
You get enough cats, they cause problems, all right? So I think this is a perfect segue into our next game idea.
Okay, tell me about that.
Owning Too Many Cats Simulator.
Oh, go on. Tell me more about your life.
So I was gonna say I'm actually living this game. I don't often like to say out loud how many cats I have because I have 4. And people have more. People do. But,
yes, cat sellers and.
But I feel like 3 is a much more reasonable number than 4, and 2 is even more normal. But 4 is a little bit too far out there for most people.
At least you don't have 5.
At least I don't have 5, but I feel like 4 and 5 are basically the same. I feel like going to the 4 territory was where it became too much, but I digress. So, owning Too Many Cats Simulator. I think of this as... Well, the first thing that comes up is that old Barbie babysitting game from my childhood.
Wait, you had to babysit old Barbie? Old Barbie's gotten too old.
No, I'm saying the game is old. And it's a Barbie game. And it's a babysitting simulator.
I'm adding that to the game ideas. But go on.
Okay, we'll talk about that. All right, but basically you have to meet all of your cat's needs. Food, water, litter boxes, which take up the majority of your day is just the litter boxes, right? So
it's a Tamagotchi.
It's a Tamagotchi, yeah. That'd be a better idea than the old Barbie babysitting simulator that I thought of before Tamagotchi somehow. So you take care of all of their needs, but then you go farther. Like, because you have your own life too. You're trying to live your own life, like go to work. But then your cats get in the way of everything. Here it is. There's the too many cats part. There it is. Like, you step out and your clothes are covered in cat fur. You start to leave, your socked foot steps in cat puke because I don't know why these animals puke so much, but they do. And every cat you have, like, it just doubles this problem over and over and over and over. Each cat you get, suddenly twice as much puke on the floor. So, and then, there's hairballs, there's brushing. Oh, and I think, a really good part, hiding them from the landlord.
You're not allowed to have pets?
No, I'm allowed to have pets. Just not 4.
No, that's the same cat. It looks a little different today.
2 of them look super similar, so that works. Well, they just spend half their time at my parents' house, is all. But anyway.
So yeah, I do think
because if you're going to the crazy cat lady level, then there's nowhere where that's legal. Having like 8.
I mean, if you
just can't.
If you own the house.
No, that's still not legal. If you live in city limits, there's always a limit. Trust me, I've had to look into this.
Okay, then.
Because 4 was legal at my house when I owned a house, but not at my rental. So it'll be fine.
This definitely does seem like a resource management. Like, you've kind of got to, manage your money to buy the cat litter and all that, and you have to live your life and stuff. But I do think, like, you start off with 1, and then every in-game hour of every, I guess, real life hour. So you play for an hour, and you're like, I'm doing really well. This is fine. We add another cat.
Yes. Compound the problem. Perfect.
And it's like, okay, 2 cats. I've already got the litter box. We're good. It's fine. But then you get up to, like, I guess 4 seems to be the breaking point. But then you're like, this is a lot. It has to max out at 4. But then that 5th cat shows up. And you're
it just keeps going.
It does. And that's the high score. Like, how many cats can you have before you die and they eat your face?
Once you get to like a certain, you no longer can go to work because you just have to take care of your cats.
Yeah.
Then you can't eat, and then you starve, and then they eat you because cats do that. And you have to like manage cat fights after a certain number of cats because there's just too many. There's too many. They don't all get along anymore. Amazing. I don't know about a Labo component for this.
Can it be like just a cat toy?
Yeah, it could be like that.
You can like shake the cat toy to like distract the cat so you can get out of the house because there's so many cats that you can't leave to go to work.
Or to break up a fight, you just bring in the little feather thing.
Got it.
Except it's like a cardboard stick because it's cardboard. But that works.
Yes, cardboard is the thing. So you have come up with an excellent idea that I'm going to run with called Our Old Barbie Babysitting Simulator. And this is kind of getting old simulator, but if we could like tie in the game somehow. The one person's playing getting old simulator, but you're playing babysitting the old person simulator.
Suddenly you become like a nurse's aide.
Yes.
And now it's a nurse's aide simulator, like a home health simulator. Oh gosh.
Yeah,
you deliver the cardboard pills to them. Oh my gosh, we found a solution to this problem. Oh, wow. You tell them how much to take when, because that's your job now, is managing that.
We assign one babysitting player to one of the getting old simulator players, and they have to drive to their house every once in a while to bring them their pills.
Oh my gosh, perfect. Oh my gosh, and
just like
and to change their adult diapers.
The babysitter players would just have to like keep their switches on them at all times.
Wait for that call. I've fallen and I can't get up because I dropped my cane over there. My cardboard cane's over there and I forgot it and now I can't move in the game.
Well, they're on a date with somebody and they get a little pop up on their switch and be like, your partner has fallen, and then they'll be like, oh, I gotta leave. Be like, why? Well, I'm playing this game and I have to go help this person, and you have to go drive over to some 20-year-old's house because they're not actually old. They're just playing this dumb game. And then it'll be like, okay, you are both at the same location. And then you can like leave and separate again.
And it'd have to be like really big points for that. And it has to be something that doesn't come up that often. Just kind of like I'm picturing Pokemon Go when the rare Pokemon spawn and dozens of people come flocking to this one spot. Like something like that, where these falls are huge events.
I mean, I think it all depends on how the getting old simulator player does. Because if he's going around just not taking his pills and trying to walk around without his cane, then he's gonna fall. He's not taking good care. And then you just have to call him, like, come on, Jimmy, I can't keep coming over there. Please, just take better care of yourself.
Oh my gosh, and that's where the death component might come in here.
because you have to kill Jimmy because
Because he's really bringing your score down. Maybe you get him a black cardboard pill.
Mix up his pills.
Oh my god, give him too many of all the wrong color. Oh no.
So yeah, it already has the the cardboard Labo built in because you are playing that other game with them.
Perfect. We don't even have to come up with that. Oh,
God.
Genius. 2 games for the brain power of 1.
Yes. Because then you can really simulate, like, the getting old simulator players really get the full experience of really dragging down others with their oldness.
Oh, that's so sad.
Beckers, do you have any less depressing ideas?
All right. Well, my favorite idea is a Game of Thrones MMO RPG. So you think of it, maybe another famous MMORPGs would be World of Warcraft, but you come into this and you don't just get to pick your class and your race. No, you get born into it as like a peasant or a prince or just like a royal family or like a middle house. Like you just get born into a house and then you get started, right? So your whole goal is to become and stay the king or queen of Westeros. And I'm envisioning other components, like each house can conquer different seats of power. You know, like Winterfell, King's Landing, whatever. And your goal is to conquer as much as you can. At the same time, everyone else is trying to stab you in the back and take the spots you already have. And basically, I think this is a great idea. I think this would be something really fun for me.
Okay, so Beckers is creating the game that she wants to play because she is secretly a power-hungry queen.
That's correct, yes. It's no secret.
And that is why I have to have security guards around me all of the time, because sometimes when we're alone at meetings, Becca just kind of eyes me and always has a letter opener with her, and she never opens any letters. She just always carries that. You
just wonder, do you need 2 people to lead this company? I'm not sure.
So, yeah, I mean, did you think you'd be, like, required to try and become king, or can we just create the world and be like, these positions are available that you can try and acquire, but if you just want to be the blacksmith, go be the blacksmith, chill out, help the others, and just kind of chill in the corner. But then you obviously, I mean, if you put the king seat available, people are going to try and go for it. So.
Right. I think that totally works, because a big part of it's going to be alliances. So playing with your friends is going to probably be the only way you can really reach the top.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're just going to get murdered.
I mean, so there are no...
And every time you die, you have to start over.
Yeah.
And that's where the peasants come from.
There are no NPCs, correct?
I don't think we really need any. Maybe... I don't think we need any.
Okay. So...
Well, maybe like army types. Like people who no one will want to be, like the just soldiers. Those can just be fillers. Those can be NPCs.
Okay. You wouldn't have the players fill that role too, of being the
I think because
force?
You're going to need the ratio of like soldier to lord is going to be too high for that to be something realistic. And they have to be used as tools in battle.
I mean, but if you fight good, maybe you'll rise up.
That's true. You can be knighted.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, so I think you can play as those characters, but some of them will have to be NPCs just to make the numbers work out.
Okay. I mean, if we could get a good 1 million players, we'd just be like, hey, fill all the roles. What do you want to be? You want to be a blacksmith? There's a blacksmith shop. Start clicking the thing, make the blacksmith. Hey, this guy wants to become king. He does need some people to fight in his war to take it. You want to join up with him? I mean, you could try and go by yourself, but then you're all gonna lose. You need to join in with somebody who looks like they're gonna be a good leader.
Right. Mm-hmm. Or just play with like everyone on your street, and you can all control a house and you can kill everybody. Be great. I'm so excited.
Do you think you'd be able to lead people to victory?
Yes. I'm very charismatic.
Since you are making the game, do you start off as queen?
Well, I feel like that wouldn't be fun for anybody because once I get queen, I'm staying there. Maybe the initial. I feel like the highest you can maybe start is lord of a middle-sized house, something like that.
I say launch day. We start everyone out in a big field. It's basically, we make PUBG. We start everybody in a big field. They all have swords and shields, and last person alive is king or queen.
Okay.
Bam.
And that's how we decide the first king or queen.
Yeah,
Battle Royale.
And yeah, heads of the house. Like, say you're in top 10, then you get to be one of the heads of the higher houses and such. And then yeah, anybody, you know, fill based on how you did on that, and then if you did really shitty, you're a peasant, and then you can work your way up by being crafty and stuff. But if you the whole starting rankings is determined by the battle royale.
Perfect. I think that works.
I
think we've got quite a game here.
Yeah,
it could be huge. So many components.
I think that should be our game for this fiscal quarter time.
Oh, I think it's gonna be huge.
Okay. We'll get all of that. Oh, Nintendo Labo. How are we doing it?
Swords.
Just gotta get your Nintendo. Yeah. Oh, freaking motion control. You actually have to swipe it. That would be some good gameplay.
Bam, swords.
Bam, swords.
And you could do a shield too, but that's, more money. It ups your chances, but yeah. Good for us. I think, this could be fun.
And for 1 million real life dollars, we will sell you a Nintendo Labo Dragon Egg.
Yes!
And you gotta like incubate the egg. Okay, you get it too warm because it is still cardboard.
Yeah, putting it in the microwave, but you have to be sitting on it. It can tell.
Yes. Got a heat sensor in there. Well, for $1 million, we could probably throw $10 and put a heating sensor in there.
Yeah, perfect.
So this is an excellent idea, and I believe this is the one we'll go with. So stay tuned. Coming to stores near you. Game of Thrones MMORPG, the Beckers Queen experience. Thank you for listening to another awesome episode of Game8 Corp. You can follow me at @LastGeek on Twitter, and you can follow Beckers at
Dr. Beckers, but it's DRBKRZ.
Okay. Thank you, and have fun.